Okay. Hello, everyone. Jai Shri Mataji. Welcome to this evening's meditation. My name is Kiran. I am a practicing Sahaja Yogini. I've been practicing for quite a number of years now, but it's my first time hosting one of these Zoom meditations. So please forgive me if I make any mistakes or if there's, basically if there's anything that is difficult to follow, but hopefully everything will be wonderful. So the first thing I wanted to ask is if there is anybody who is brand new to Sahaja Yoga, and this is your first time having a Sahaja Yoga meditation experience, if you could just drop that in the chat, that would be really great, because then I think we have a separate room for anyone who is here for the very first time. And you can go through the exercises to get your self-realization, which I think for anyone who is a yogi will say that it's probably one of the most amazing life-changing experiences that they've been through. So, wow, you're lucky if you're having that experience this evening. So if you could just write in the chat if that is anyone. Doesn't seem to be anything yet, but if it is you, then that would be great. So what we can do then in the meantime, I'll just get rid of that, is obviously today's topic is on silence. And silence for everybody, I think, in the entire world, it's something that we crave. Silence is something that is so important for us to try and find and manifest in our everyday life. And sometimes it feels impossible, and yet it's something that's always there within us, which, like with everything, is what we discover when we can let go, when we surrender everything, and when we allow ourselves to just be at peace, be still, and reach a point of silence. So, whilst people are dropping in the chat whether they are here for the first time, so I'll just remind you, if you are here as a complete beginner to Sahaja Yoga, welcome. My name is Kiran, and I'm happy that you're here today. So just drop that in the chat, and you will go to another room to go through the self-realization exercise. And if not, then what we'll do is we're going to begin today's session with a short meditation. And then we've got a few extracts from speeches from Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, who is the founder of Sahaja Yoga. And we'll finish up with a little meditation, and hopefully everyone will leave this meditation today feeling like, yeah, I'm finding silence. I understand what silence is for me and myself. And that's important too, because like with everything, you're on your own individual journey. And that's the same with Sahaja Yoga, whether you're practicing and it's your first time or you've been doing it for years, there's always something new to discover and more of a depth to find. So yeah, I wish that for you today. So we'll begin with raising our Kundalini. So for anyone who is new, your Kundalini is your own mother energy that resides within you. And what we do is we desire at the beginning of meditation that that energy, which is our energy, our own power, our spirit energy, to rise through our center channel, which is the channel that is the present moment. And that's where we want to be. We don't want to be hanging on to the future, which is our right side. We don't want to be, drifting into the past, which is our left side. We want to be in the center. We want to find balance. We want to find peace and silence. So we use our left hand, because the left is the side of desire, to raise our Kundalini above our Sahasrara to the top of our head. And with our right hand, you can rotate just around your left hand. and tie one knot above your head. And really just allow your attention to be on raising your Kundalini, having the attention of your Kundalini going through your chakras out of the top of your head. So the second time we tie 2 knots, and then we do it a third time. So we desire that our Kundalini is rising through our chakras, and then we tie 3 knots because we want to keep that energy nice and high, nice and present above our heads. And already, I know I'm talking, but already that should allow you to feel a stillness and a silence. And because we've risen this energy, we want to protect it as well. So we give ourselves 7 bandhans, which are protective arcs. And we go from the left to the right and back again. And we do that 7 times. So I've done 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's 7. And I'd just like to do a little namaste. And you can take a deep breath. Have your hands comfortably on your lap, your palms facing upwards. And keep your attention above the top of your head, above your Sahasrara chakra. And just start to let go. So with each breath that you take, just allow your body to relax. So just all the tension that you have, maybe in your feet, knees, tension in your thighs, your back. Just with each out breath, just allow that tension to diffuse, to be absorbed into the ether. And for your attention to be inside of yourself. Just any tension from your neck, your shoulders, your arms, and your wrists. Just relax your jaw. So we hold loads of tension in our jaw, so just start to let that go. The muscles in your cheeks, across your forehead, and bring your attention back above your head. And already you should start to be feeling calmer, more stillness, and more silence. And just as we meditate now, we can ask ourselves, what is silence? And we can ask Sri Mataji, Mother, what is silence? Please give me silence. I desire silence. I desire absolute silence. If you find that you're getting distracted at all, just bring your attention back to your breath and ask again for pure silence. Just really desire from your heart a state of silence. Okay, so I hope you're enjoying that as much as me. Um, it's amazing when you allow yourself to be in meditation, to reach a state of thoughtlessness, which is always our aim with Sahaja Yoga, to reach thoughtless awareness. And also when you really desire something from your heart, when you're asking, for me, I'm asking Mother, we're asking something that's greater than ourselves for silence and the knowledge of what silence is. So for me, it's about letting go. That's what I found just then. Silence is like a complete state of peace, actually, when we surrender all our thoughts, our irks from the day, just everything that seems to be excessive noise in our lives, whether that's real noise or whether that's mental chatter, whether that's emotional baggage. Silence is actually where all of that sort of dissipates and we're completely connected. So silence is also about a divine connection, for me anyway. It's about reaching a state where everything else is completely superfluous, and actually it's a shedding of everything and bringing you back to one state of pure connection. And yeah, that for me is silence. It's a peace and a knowledge that nothing else seems to matter. So that's my experience. That's how I feel about silence. And I guess that's also, what just came to me now in this short meditation. And I hope you felt some of those things too. It's a shame we don't have that access to seeing all of your reactions. If there's anything that you'd like to contribute, then please drop it in the chat. That's lovely. And maybe we could pick that up at the end. So for now, I'm going to share with you an extract from Sri Mataji about silence and inner peace and how that links with this state that we're finding at the moment. So I hope you enjoy, and see what you find. Thank you. Did you listen to it, Ollie?
in the most chaotic conditions this world is today. So at that time, a kind of a silence will come within you. When there will be any such crisis, immediately will become extremely silent. But this is again a state I am telling. So now, if there is something that makes you upset or makes you unhappy, try to reach that point, that axis, which is just silence. And this silence will make you really powerful. Because this silence is not only yours. When you are in that silence, you are in the silence of the cosmos. Silence of the cosmos. And the silence of the cosmos works for you. You are in connection with that cosmic power, we can call it, but it's more than that, is divine power, I should say. Divine power which is working all the cosmos also. So if you just become silent within yourself, know that you are sitting in the kingdom of God. It's like this. When, say, you get the great honor of becoming a king, then you walk up to your throne and you sit down and look around and you feel the silence of the state that now you are the king. This silence is the sign that you are definitely you are now in contact with the divine. You are silent because the divine is going to look after everything. You don't have to do anything, just keep silent. But not forcibly, it's again a state. See, if any turmoil takes place, any problem takes place, suddenly your attention will jump onto that silence. And once you jump onto that silence, you being in contact with this whole all-pervading power. Now, when I talk about all-pervading power, we still don't understand what it is. What it means, this all-pervading power of love. Is it some sort of an energy floating around? Or is it some sort of a river or some sort of a ether? It is the complete, the totality of reality. Complete totality of reality is this all-pervading power. Other things are unreal. And the reality is so efficient. It is so efficient, it never fails, like this mic. It's such a tremendous, we can call the intertwined process, which we cannot even Imagine with this human understanding how it controls, how it works. For example, you see the trees. Rose bush will give rose only, it won't give apples. It will grow up to a certain height, it won't grow like a coconut tree. All the characters of this nature is maintained, nourished, looked after, controlled absolutely at the right time, at the right seasons. That's why in Sanskrit this is called as Rutam Bhara Pragya. Rutu means seasons, and the one which looks after the seasons, that knowledge which is enlightened. Simple definition. But still, it doesn't explain, because it is so complicated for a human brain that they cannot understand how it works. Now, all the miracles you have described, I have seen. I mean, there are so many still to be recorded. It's just a play of this power which thinks, understands, cooperates, coordinates, and loves, and looks after you, is at your disposal. At your disposal. Wherever you go, the connection is maintained. It's like a governor traveling, you see the security travels with him. So they are all around. Not only with me, but with you also. The peace has to be within to begin with. You have to be peaceful within yourself. If you are not peaceful, if you are playing tricks with your ego, if you are just satisfying yourself saying that you are peaceful, you are sadly mistaken. Peace is to be enjoyed within yourself. It is to be felt within yourself. So do not give wrong satisfactions to yourself. Do not give false notions to yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Peace has to be felt within yourself. And if you are not feeling that, you shouldn't come and ask me, Mother, why am I not feeling it? Because I am not going to tell you that's something wrong with you. You have to work it out that you should feel peaceful within yourself. It is not that if you have too much of silence outside, you feel peaceful. The peace has to be within yourself. You have it. Your spirit is absolutely peaceful. Avyagra, without restlessness. There is no restlessness in your spirit. Absolutely peaceful and steady. It is for you to feel it. It is not for anybody else to certify you. This is one thing. Secondly, when I am telling you something, you think I am not telling you. It doesn't register in your brain. You think I am telling it to X, Y, Z, but not to you. You are not in it. That's another sign there is no peace. Because there is no peace, there is no registration. Whatever goes into your head, that is going to work out. But what I find, that people have concave personalities. Then they receive it. Those who have convex personalities do not register anything. The registration is so poor that whatever I say doesn't have any effect on that. Otherwise, whatever I say is a mantra. It should have direct effect on you, and you should feel that effect, that penetration within you. But as if it is for somebody else, as if it is not for you. This shows there is no peace within you. Only the peace within can register whatever is auspicious, whatever is nourishing for your growth. So try to make peace with yourself. Do not fight with yourself. Why should I do it? I'm so bad. I should not have done it. All these things you should not do. Try not to fight with yourself, first of all. Then you fight with me. Why am I like this? Why should it be like this with me? Why is it I catch? Why? How am I to answer such a question? It's very aggressive. I think it's very aggressive attitude of many surgeons to come and ask me such a question. Why? Because I can't tell you what's wrong with you. It's not in my culture. You should find yourself what's wrong with you. But it's not what's wrong with you is the problem. What's right with you is the attitude. Whatever is right with you, put your foot on that, establish yourself on that point, and then develop yourself higher. Peace is the keynote, as I said, for universal growth of this religion. So try to make peace. The second thing you can do to make peace is to talk less. Whenever there's a quarrel or anything, just keep quiet. See, it will have better effect. If two persons are quarreling, never try to solve it, but just keep quiet. Quiet is very important. You must keep quiet with the feeling that may God bless these people some sense. You need not pay attention to everything like that. Keep your attention at peace. Keep the peace inside with your attention inside.
Okay, so those were two really amazing extracts that explored this topic of silence and peace and how the two are hand in hand, really. Um, and although I'm talking, I thought it was really interesting what Sri Mataji said about keeping quiet. You know, I think we're in a society at the moment where everyone has to have an opinion. You know, social media kind of directs us in our lives to be shouting and screaming and commenting and always having something to say. And that might be um, something over the internet. We can have these things, within our families and our friendship groups. Being in lockdown has meant that some people have felt they've not been able to express fully how they want to. But sometimes a really maybe wise way of approaching, an issue that you have, a problem, is by actually just detaching, by taking a step back and witnessing. And in that state of witnessing, just allowing things to unfold in front of you and being in this state of silence. As Mother said, it's not just about verbal silence, but it's a state. and also, being physically silent, not saying too much, but just witnessing. And you find that the more you're silent, the more your words count, the more they hold weight, and you start to communicate with a sense of wisdom. And that's not from your ego, that's because you've allowed yourself to be connected. And so you start to channel, a wisdom that's greater than yourself, that hopefully can help resolve whatever issues lie in front of you. Um, and so the more that we meditate, the more we allow ourselves to be in this state of silence, to allow ourselves to surrender to a power that's so much greater than ourselves. And through that state of humility and surrender and letting go, we can achieve this state of silence. And in that way, we get more peace in our lives. And, surely that's something that we're all aiming for every day, not to be bombarded with too many thoughts, emotional attachments, but to just be in a state of bliss. And silence is blissful. So we'll continue with meditating. I think in your last session, you listened to Mother talk about breathing and how to achieve a state of silence through breath. So where you start to focus on or bring your attention to your emotions or whatever hang-ups you have, and then through a deep breathing, you're able to let that go. So I can't give that speech as well as Sri Mataji can. So we're going to put that back on, and then afterwards just allow ourselves to meditate. So enjoy. Oh, and yeah, please do follow Sri Mataji's instructions. So as she talks about when to inhale and exhale, follow that. I think she'll ask to focus on whatever it is that perhaps is troubling you, or something that you is in your attention that's not allowing you to achieve this state of silence, whatever thoughts that they might be. So please follow the instructions as best as you can, because it will definitely help you achieve an incredible state of silence.
These are unfulfilled wishes. Now, how they do it otherwise is also this way, that you take up these emotions and put them. So that is, these emotions are actually the left side, as I said, is the desire. So the desire is taken, any desire, and is put in the prana. Now how do you put it on the prana? That you control your prana. That's why they do pranayama. See, like you sit down now very comfortably. Now you have a desire to put your attention to that. Attention is very important. See, now this attention is to be put onto the prana. So the emotions are there, and then bring those emotions and put them into your attention. Means they are now, you are aware of them. Now what you do is to watch your breathing. See now, try to reduce your breathing. Reduce it. In the sense that you have breathed out, wait for a while, then breathe in. For a long time, then you breathe out. So in 1 minute, your breathing will be less than normal. Alright, try that. Breathe in. Now with the emotions. Keep the attention on the emotions, you see, so that the connection is established. Mm. Better? See the Kundalini rises? Now, when you are breathing, you find that there is a space in between, which you just leave it vacant. Breathe in, now leave it vacant. Now breathe out. Now leave it vacant. Breathe in, keep it there. Then leave it. Keep outside. Now breathe in. Now start breathing in such a way that you stop your breathing. Attention should be on the heart or could be on the emotions. It's better. Keep the breathing inside for a while. Bring it out, then outside for a while. Then again. Then you'll find that for a while you will not breathe. See, you settle down. The laya takes place between your prana and your mana. Both the Shaktis become one. Now, at this stage when you are silent, now you think of your intellect. It's lost. Just think of it. It's lost. It's no more there. So what is happening actually that this laya, the attention goes into the intellect and enlightens the intellect. See, the thought is not there. Try to find your intellect within yourself. Now see, where is my intellect? Try to find it. It's not there. It's not working. Again try it. It is working, but it has become the samashti. It's become the collective now. See now? Did you follow that? There's no thought. This exercise will give you this thoughtless awareness, establishment of thoughtless awareness. There is no thought.
Okay, so hopefully everyone managed to follow along and find that state of silence and thoughtlessness. So, Mother there was talking about breathing, and prana is your breath. So, with that exercise, what you hopefully found is that whatever you were putting your attention on, so whatever emotional state or feeling, thought, that through deep breathing, through long inhalations, holding, and then exhaling and extending those breaks between inhale, exhale, that you're able to almost dissolve your thoughts, dissolve the emotion. And what I find in myself is that as I do these exercises where I'm very aware of my prana, very aware of my breathing, and the more I can extend it, the more I find myself detaching from any issues, any problems, any emotional, you know, hang-ups that I have. It suddenly just doesn't really seem to matter. All that I want is to continue being in this state, and that is all that really counts for me. Um, and so, yeah, if you're feeling anything, if you're going through anything, if you find in your day to day that you have any attachments to emotions, if there's anything particularly stressful or emotional, then please just find some time to sit down, to raise your Kundalini as we did at the beginning of this session. And you could even follow that extract or just bring your attention to your breath. So just deep breaths in and just a nice deep inhale. So we can do that together now. And just hold it and control the breath. And slowly exhale. And try to just elongate that exhale. And as you do, just let go of everything. And hold. And another deep breath in. And really send your breath right, to your diaphragm. A nice deep breath that is filling your lungs. That you can feel it if you place your hand on your stomach, maybe on your Nabi chakra, which is our center of peace and satisfaction. You just feel the breath fill your belly, almost like you're drawing peace inside of yourself. And hold and slowly release. Slowly feel your stomach just decrease. The breath is released. We can do it again. Nice deep breath in and hold. And slowly exhale. And the more you do this, the more you find your breath is just very comfortable. Your breath is deep and calm. And it's just flowing naturally. You don't have to try at all. There's no real effort required. Just breathing. We'll do it again, just a nice deep inhale and a hold. And a nice long exhale. And just really enjoy this moment. It's a moment that is just for you. And we don't actually get very many of those in our day. So enjoy this state where you can let go. And you're in control, not through your ego, but through your connection. And there's a real security in that, a wonderful peace, a real stillness in just detaching from the world that we wrestle with every day. And just taking a few moments to fix our attention, to meditate on those things through breath. Long inhales, holding and gently exhaling. Release all the tension. And you'll find that you can't even remember what it was that you were holding on to. And if you can, it's so far in the distance now. It really is not in your present attention. It's not in your focus. It can't demand anything from you because you're in a state of enlightened silence. And there's amazing strength in that. And if you do find that mental chatter starts to appear, don't worry about it. Just let it go and bring your attention back to your breath. You can even address your thoughts from a detached state and just say, not now, and watch the thought pass as though it was a cloud, because it really doesn't affect you. You can even say, I forgive, to your thought. And that has amazing power in just helping you detach. Because you are not your thoughts. You're not any emotional state. You are pure spirit. So I'll just allow you to have a few moments to just enjoy that. when you're ready, just bring your attention back to yourself and just notice how you feel now compared to only an hour ago. Just notice your whole being and the state that you feel and that you're in at the moment. And we began this meditation by desiring silence, by raising our Kundalini energy through each of our chakras. And you can follow me now if you wish, just by raising your right hand. This is the side of desire. Your Kundalini through your chakras and out through your Sahasrara. And just raise your right hand above your head with your palm facing downwards. And just see what you notice. See if you can feel that cool breeze, that divine connection and that stillness. When you're ready, you can just put your hands back in your lap and take a moment for yourself and enjoy whatever it is that you found in today's meditation. And we'll finish as we began by raising our Kundalini and protecting our chakras. So we raise our left hand and with our right hand slowly make circles and tie one knot. We do this a second time and tie 2 knots above our head with real care and sincerity. And a third time, and we tie 3 knots. And then we do our protective arches, our bandhans. So from left to right and back again. We do that 7 times. This is 4 for me. 5, 6, and 7. So I think that pretty much concludes today's meditation and on our topic on silence. I hope you enjoyed it. Welcome if this was your first time to Sahaja Yoga meditation, and welcome everybody. I really enjoyed hosting, so thank you very much for having me today. I hope to see you again, and keep meditating and enjoy silence. Jai Shri Mataji. Goodbye.